Okay everyone, let's continue on in Module 203-23 Electric Lighting in NCCR 11th edition. This will be Section 3.00 Luminaires. Luminaires and their applications. In the electrical trade, the terms luminaire and lighting fixtures are used interchangeably. For installers, luminaires are best classified by the way they are mounted: surface-mounted, recessed, suspended, track-mounted, or pole-mounted. Surface-mounted luminaires. Surface-mounted luminaires are directly mounted on a ceiling or a wall. Surface-mounted luminaires can be incandescent, fluorescent, LED, or HID. Recessed luminaires. Recessed luminaires are mounted into a surface. A typical recessed luminaire consists of a housing, a junction box, and a mounting frame. Once installed, only the lens, diffuser, and trim are seen. Troffers are recessed luminaires installed so the opening is flush with the ceiling. Most troffers are designed to be installed in a T-bar suspended ceiling. Some troffers have a mounting flange or a separate kit with brackets that allow them to be installed beneath plaster or drywall ceilings. Suspended and track-mounted luminaires. Suspended luminaires are hung from the ceiling using a chain, aircraft wire, cord, or metal stem. Track-mounted lighting systems include the track, the electrical feed box, and one or more luminaires that can be positioned along the track. With all track lighting, the luminaires, track, and fittings must be listed to use together. Pole-mounted luminaires. Pole-mounted luminaires are used for area, street, and sports field lighting. Wiring of pole-mounted luminaires can be done through aerial drop, internally, or surface-mounted conduit. Pole-mounted luminaires are trending towards LED lamps. Storing and handling of luminaires. Follow these general guidelines when handling and storing lamps and luminaires. Read and follow the manufacturer's instructions for handling and storage of luminaires. Be careful not to drop or mishandle luminaires and lamps. Store lamps and luminaires in a dry, protected place. Open shipping cartons with care. Do not use a knife with a long blade to open cartons. And when handling a luminaire, wear clean gloves. Installing luminaires. Before installing luminaires, review the lighting floor plan and the manufacturer's instructions for the type of luminaire to be installed. Follow all NEC or local code requirements when installing luminaires. Whenever you have questions or need clarifications about the method to use, always refer to the appropriate codes. The specific methods and hardware used for mounting and supporting luminaires depends on several factors, including the type of luminaire, the location of luminaire, the construction of mounting surface, the weight of the luminaire, and the manufacturer's installation instructions. Surface-mounted luminaires. A luminaire should be mounted to its outlet box using the hardware supplied by the manufacturer. Branch circuit wiring normally terminates in an octagonal or round box. The size and weight of the luminaire determines the type of outlet box to be used. Luminaires that weigh more than 50 pounds should be supported independently of the box. Drum, globe, sconce, and similar luminaires can typically be mounted directly to an outlet box. Common porcelain-type lamp holders screw directly to the ears of an outlet box. Sometimes a mounting bar is attached to the threaded stud in the box. A mounting bar may also be screwed to the ears of an outlet box. A reducing nut and nipple may also be screwed onto a box stud. Lightweight fluorescent luminaires can be supported directly from an outlet box. Boxes supporting chandeliers usually need to be mounted to a stud. A hickey, sometimes with a threaded adapter, is installed over the luminaire chain and the wires and then screwed onto the stud. Pendant luminaires are typically supported by chains, metal stems, thin cables, or cords and wired directly into ceiling outlet boxes. Only boxes rated for such use may be used to support ceiling fans. Extra support can be provided by mounting the box on a fan joist hanger. Follow manufacturer's guidelines when mounting ceiling fans. And when installing outdoor luminaires, the final assembly must be watertight. Recessed luminaires. It says recessed luminaires are mounted into ceiling recesses. Wiring for luminaires in a suspended ceiling is installed using EMT, AC, NMC cable, or other methods approved by the NEC. A whip is used to make the final connection between the outlet box and the luminaire. The NEC outlines several requirements for installing recessed luminaires. Warning: recessed luminaires generate a considerable amount of heat within their enclosure and are a fire hazard if not installed properly. For this reason, the code requirements given in NEC Article 410, as well as the articles referenced in Figure 36, must be strictly observed when installing these luminaires. Installation procedures for different types of recessed luminaires are typically similar. Follow manufacturer's instructions when installing recessed luminaires. Use manufacturer's hardware when installing recessed luminaires. And suspended luminaires. Suspended luminaires can be supported in numerous ways. The type of hangers used will depend on the lighting application and the construction of the building. On large construction jobs, a specific method for hanging luminaires will be shown on the drawings. On small jobs, the electrician chooses the hanging method. Fastener manufacturers offer numerous catalogs and technical support bulletins that show example solutions to common suspension problems. And the track luminaires. Wiring for track lighting is in the track rails. When a luminaire is suspended into the track, two terminals on the luminaire contact the track conductors. Track sections can be fastened together using special connectors. Requirements for installing track luminaires are outlined in NEC sections 410.150 through 410.155. Making electrical connections to luminaires. The wiring method used to wire luminaires varies depending on the design of the branch circuit. The most common type of electrical connections is the conventional hardwired installation. All wires spliced should be made using the correct wire nut size. All luminaires with exposed metal parts must be properly grounded. Other types of wiring connections include modular system wiring, strut channel wiring, and lighting trolley busways. And a trade term to become familiar with for this section. And some review questions for this section. Fluorescent or LED troffers are typically a type of surface-mounted luminaire, recessed luminaire, pendant luminaire, or track-mounted luminaire. I'm going to say recessed luminaire. Which of the following is the best tool for opening a luminaire carton? Screwdriver, long knife, utility knife, or keys? They're going to say utility knife. I say your hands, but utility knife. Unless otherwise marked, boxes for indoor ceiling-mounted luminaires can support a luminaire weighing no more than 25 pounds, 35 pounds, 50 pounds, or 70 pounds. That's going to be 50 pounds. All right, everyone, that's it for that section. Next will be the review for the test. We'll do that in the classroom, and I'll see you there.